Hiya, darlings. This is Hololive English Advent's Devilish Diva, the one and only Sicky Wiki Nerissa Ravencroft. Currently, in the background of myself, I am listening to Gigi Murin sing one of my favorite songs, September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Don't let her in? Why not? I want to let her in. She's very cute. Anyways, let me turn her off because it will distract me because she is making something. She's making something amazing. I have been having a good day today in the past few days. The issue is physically. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. Whoa, my dog. Bro, shut up. Can you believe her? She's been quiet all day, and then I start streaming, and she starts screaming. On this day, the day that I am streaming, anyways, I've been streaming, obviously, but I feel like we haven't had a moment to, like, just sit down and chat since I've gotten back from Italy. And that's how it is sometimes, and that's okay. But now we do have some time to chat, so I wanted to. Admittedly, should I be talking a lot? Probably not, because if I'm quiet, it's fine. But the more I kind of like talk, the more I feel like my throat kind of get really like obnoxiously dry. But it'll be okay. Yeah, I will. I'll just, you know, I'll keep it manageable. If I start to feel like too tired that I can't keep going, then we'll stop. But for now, I wanted to talk to you guys. So let me I have some Pedialyte advanced care here. Blue flavor. To really make sure that I stay hydrated. I love me my salty water. ASMR whisper stream. What a lot of people, you're gonna make me go on a tangent. What a lot of people don't understand is, actually, what was I gonna say? What comment did I just read? What did I say? Oh, whispering? Whispering is actually really bad for your voice. Especially when your voice isn't in good condition. So whenever people are losing their voice, they like think like, oh, I should whisper instead, cause like that. But like whispering is actually harder on your voice than just talking. So you're better off just talking normally, you know? Dementia's kicking in. I am at that age. I just ordered some algae oil. I was doing some research on algae oils because I don't like taking fish oil, so I thought I'd try algae oil because I know it's supposed to help prevent your brain shrinking as you get older. Algae? Why sick? Honestly, I don't know. I've just been having a bit of a time. Let me take off my headphones because they make me talk louder because I can't hear myself. And I'm not listening to anything anyway, except the sound of my own voice. So, as you guys know, I've been all around the globe, it feels like. Non-stop. Too much traveling. This is coming from someone who loves travel. If you would have asked me, like, a long time ago, or like a few years ago, I would have told you that my desire is to travel everywhere, and like non-stop travel would be my dream. Alas, I have things to do, and I really hate being on planes. And jet lag is something. So I feel like if I could help it, I'd much rather not travel so much back to back. Like maybe like a few things like really split up would be nice, but like traveling to Japan, traveling back home, traveling to New York, traveling back home, traveling to Italy, traveling back home. It's just like it's a lot of plane time, which is too much for me. So I'm like, ugh, I don't want it. Yeah, it's just too much. It's too much for me. So I'm excited now. I have no plans to travel at all for the rest of the year, and I'm hoping to keep it that way. I really don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay home. I want to stay in my bed. I want to hang out with my family. So fingers crossed. Please manifest that for me. Obviously there might be some sort of situations where I might have to like go to Japan or something for work, but let's hope not. Fingers crossed. Eating Culvers, exactly. But no more trips with Kiwawa, not this year. We went on two trips this year. Go to Austria. Kiwawa misses me. Look, Kiwawa can come to see me. I've been to Austria. She has to come to my house now. My mom really wants to meet her, okay? She might think that where I live maybe is not too interesting, but she can come here and she can meet my parents. Cause they keep bugging me about it. They're like, "Oh, we love Kiwawa." My mom is like, "I just love Kiwawa. I just love her so much. When is she going to come here, Nerissa?" But yeah, I could think about it. She could eat Culvers. Think of how good Culvers would be. Culvers. She could eat Culvers. That's all I have to offer. Update on my physical condition. Again, I'm very mobile. I can still move. I don't like have a fever to my knowledge. I don't like feel like I'm hot or burning up. But my throat is just extremely dry and I'm very congested, which is not great because I have recordings to do, and my goals as soon as I got back from Italy was to get all of my recordings done, and this is really putting a damper on all of the things I needed to do. But if it's any condolences to myself, I had a voice lesson with my voice teacher, and she was like, "Your voice is still so good even though you're sick. You're really good at singing through your sickness. I feel like you need to sing some Adele. It would sound so good." And I was like, "Haha, thank you." So again, my voice like generally is fine. The only time it gets bad is if I have like a bad coughing fit. Then not so much. Honey Lemon, I've been having a lot. You guys don't need to tell me anything. I've been pulling all the stops. Okay, I've been pulling all the stops. But I don't think I have COVID or like anything like that. I'm pretty sure I just caught a cold on the plane. Because that's literally what happened to me. I was on the plane and everything was just like going fine, okay? And then suddenly, this is on the long flight on the way back, I suddenly felt my throat getting really dry. So I kept drinking water and it just wasn't helping. And the air in there was just so dry. I had masks. I tried putting one on, but it didn't help. I tried putting the blanket over my head and going to sleep, and it didn't help. And my throat got so dry. And like, I'm pretty sure that's when I got sick, was just on the plane. But yeah. Yeah, I did probably get sick in Italy, but that's when it like kicked in, and like I got sick very suddenly and have been sick since the plane ride. So, But yeah, again, nothing else is wrong with me. Like, I've been going out, not like out, but like to the store if I need to get something, for example. And I've been able to like do things. Me and my mom, since I can't really do like a lot of the stuff I need to do at the moment. They're renovating one of the rooms, so I was being a good daughter and being very helpful. I was bringing things out around and helping sort through it and move furniture and stuff like a good daughter should. So, Aradia's older. Yeah, now that she's gone, I have to drag my sister a little bit because she's not here to defend herself. She put some of those like command strips onto the wall, and they're not the ones that remove easy. So upon the removal process, they quite literally ripped off the wall with them. And she didn't remove them. She just left them for us to remove. So, Aradia, I'm disappointed in you. So yeah, it just tore off the wall with it. It was not pleasant. They were not the ones that removed easy. Maybe they were, but she didn't stay to remove them, and if she bought them to be able to be removed easily, then she should have taken them off, but it's beside the point. And it doesn't matter much because it's an easy fix. I bought some spackle, and so we put it on. We're gonna sand it and then do another coat and then sand it again, and then we still have some paint left from the first time we painted that room, so we're just gonna zoot paint over it and it'll be all good. As if it never happened. She probably gave up, said not my... It is her responsibility, though. She put them up. The correct one, yes. I'm not using caulk this time. I'm very familiar these days with drywall repair. After my first thing, my dad yelled at me jokingly. He was like, "I'm coming up to watch you spackle. I don't want you to ruin another room in my house." And I was like, "Dad," he was joking, obviously. He was laughing. But yeah, so it was pretty funny. And then he was like, "Oh, the spackle thing to like spread it, I don't know what they're called. The little thing to like spread it on the wall." He's like, "This is too small." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know. Why are you making me go buy this stuff for your house, Dad?" He didn't make me, I just did it. I just did it because I saw it and it kept annoying me. Every time I walk past the room and see the holes in the wall. God, Pedialyte saved me. But yeah, so trowel or spatula? I don't know. One of those. But yeah, so but we're getting ready to kind of do some stuff, and then apparently the sheets on my bed right now, when I left, I knew that Malfa was gonna come and visit for a bit, and they were going to use my room to stay, because as you guys know, Malfa has an absolutely amazing number of children. So I have the biggest room in the house because I am the favorite child. So they were going to be staying in my room, which I was like, of course, like, yeah, that's fine since I'll be there. But I didn't want them to like sleep on my like bed sheets, which I feel like is normal. So I took mine off and I put them in my closet. And I know I put them in my closet because I put them in the closet with my pillowcases. But some reason, when I came back and I went in my closet and found my pillowcases again, my bed sheets are gone. They're just gone. We can't find them. They're completely gone. My pillowcases were there, right where I left them. But my bed sheets are gone. So I've just been using the ones that are on the bed. But they're fine, but I don't really like them. So I decided yesterday, again, since I've been sick and I have nothing to do, or like I can't do much, rather, I was like, I'll buy some bed sheets, I guess. So I picked some out and they're shipped, so I'm pretty excited to have my new bed sheets. And I think they'll be nice. Malfa was like, "I'll take these." They weren't that nice. I'm not gonna lie, the bed sheets I was using were they were cotton because I'm very picky about sheets. Obviously, like, preferably it would be best if they were cotton, not cotton, excuse me, if they were silk. But that's just so expensive. I'm not paying for full silk sheets. Also, like, washing them is so annoying. It's so annoying. Who wants to do that? Not me. So, I'd rather have linen. So I got some linen sheets because, as you guys told me, you spend so much time in bed, so it's good to invest in good stuff. So I went ahead and I picked out some sheets that match with my room color, and I'm quite excited to put them on. Bamboo is good too. I've heard, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know enough about bamboo to, like, trust it inherently. Because, like, I don't know. Brooklyn, I've heard of Brooklinen, but I went with a different brand. I'm not going to say what brand, but I did a lot of research and I found... Because Brooklinen, I mean, they seem good, but I'll be honest. Sometimes I feel like the brands I see, like, 99% of the time on, like, on YouTubers, like, things. Not all YouTubers, obviously, but a lot of times I feel like products or, like, services. Some of them I trust, like, you know, like VPNs and stuff. I'm like, okay, let me try this out. But, like, clothing and stuff, usually I look at it and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about this. So, I don't know. I have a few blankets from Brooklinen, but, like, I don't know if I'd want to buy, like, full bed sheets from Brooklinen. You know what I mean? So I just personally, I did a lot of research on Reddit, the most reliable place if you're looking for information from lots of people. I don't know. I feel like I'm not a Redditor, to be clear. I don't even have a Reddit account. But whenever I need something, like I need to know something, I look it up, and usually Reddit is the top thing that pops up. And usually I feel like the opinions there are a little more trustworthy than, like, some random person. Like, I would trust two things. I would trust random Reddit comments and you guys. If you guys recommended me a brand, I would trust you with my life. I would fully believe that you guys would probably give me, like, a really good recommendation. But I feel like generally Googling things doesn't work anymore. I'm sure we can all kind of agree on that. Like, you know, when you go to Google and you type something in and then, like, you get, like, a ton of ads and, like, you get, like, it's kind of hard to find anything actually, like, related to what you looked up. Like, I looked up specifically because I was looking up algae oils today. And I looked up, I was very specific in my searching because I've seen, like, all the things that are like, this is how you can, like, get really, you just don't know how to Google efficiently. And I'm like, I shouldn't have to, like, study on how to Google to look up something. But anyway, whatever, I guess. So I pulled all the stops and I still was just getting ads upon ads. So I just went to Reddit and boom, there was a ton of recommendations saying, I use this product, I use this one, this is what I like and don't like about it. And I'm sure obviously there's probably some, like, ads and or, like, people, like, I don't know, but regardless, my point is, generally, if I'm looking up for advice on, like, a product, I feel like Reddit is going to have good customer reviews on stuff versus, yeah. Please, I'm not making it. What do you mean self-diagnose? I'm looking for a dietary supplement. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna ask a doctor, hey, what fish oil should I get? They're just gonna say, I don't know, the one you find at Costco. Excuse me? What are you even saying? Like, it'd be one thing if I was looking for an iron supplement, but, like, it's an algae supplement. Like, are you okay? Just eat fish. You guys are gonna make fun of me. You guys are gonna so make fun of me. I am the biggest meat lover in the world. But I watched a thing, and now I don't think I want to eat fish and meat unless it's bought from my local butcher ever again. I'm scared. It was a documentary, and all I saw in it, I'm so dumb. I clicked it because it said narrated by Kate Winslet, and I was like, oh, I love Kate Winslet, let's fucking go. And so I clicked it, and it was about the meat production industry, and they showed fish. They showed the farmed salmon, like what they look like, and I already don't like salmon. How I've kind of lived generally is I hate salmon. It's one of my least favorite things in the world. I will occasionally eat it because I know it is good for me. They showed me what the salmon look like when they're alive in like the fish farms, and I wanted to KMS. I'm sorry. I was like, I can't believe I've ever eaten a salmon. I never want to eat salmon again. And again, it doesn't help because I already don't like salmon. So it just further destroyed it for me. Like, you're eating the wrong salmon. I'm talking about farmed salmon, where they're like, oh, these are our farmed salmon. Like, yeah, probably if I could go like, but I don't like salmon, so why would I pay extra money to buy like salmon that I don't even like to find good quality salmon? I don't like salmon. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to like salmon if you do. I just don't like it. Yeah, we don't, where I live, I'm sorry to say this, we don't get any good fish anyway. Like, I'm not going outside and like catching a salmon anywhere, like a wild caught one, okay? I can go out and I can catch a walleye. I can go out and I can catch a bass. But like those, even like bass, you have to be in season for that. You can't just go out and get your own bass. And even then, I don't want to kill a fish. I don't want to have that on my conscience. I can't stand that. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Catfish are so ugly. I don't want to eat them because they're ugly. They're so ugly. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think about that when I'm eating it. And now that's all I can think about when I see salmon. I feel bad. I feel bad that they look like that. They look like little zombie fish. How about unagi? I don't really like unagi. Oh wait, no, I love eel. Sorry, I was thinking of something else for a second. I love eel, but I don't want to think about it. Zombie fish, literally, like I don't remember what it was called, but it was talking about just like the meat and again, I literally clicked it because I was like, ah, hell yeah, documentary, Kate Winslet, let's go. But then they also talked about like they also talked about how like, and I saw a post about this on Twitter recently too, where they're like, oh, this is this is why you should buy whole chickens, because sometimes chickens with cancer will go through, and obviously you don't want to eat that, but like the butcher at the stores will just like remove it and still put it on the shelf. So I'd recommend buying your own whole chicken. I was like, oh, that's smart. And then they talked about that again, and I completely forgot about that. I was like, oh, that's a good hack, yeah. And then I watched it, and they were talking about that in here in the documentary, and they showed it, and they popped one of the things on one of the like meat, and it was like a giant zit. It wasn't, but it like exploded like one. It was like a ton of pus, and I was just like, oh my god. And they're like, yeah, we used to be butchers, but now I think if people knew that this is what it was like, because they're like, people might think this is rare, but we encounter this every single day as like butchers. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. It's propaganda. I don't know if that's propaganda, man. I don't know if that's propaganda. But yeah, that's what I get for being like, yeah, hearing Kate Winslet's beautiful voice sounds good to me. But yeah, obviously I'm not like gonna stop eating meat or anything, but I've realized mayhaps this is a time to embrace my housewife desires of going to market, going to the farmer's market and buying locally grown vegetables, and going to my local butcher where I know where he sources his cows, and like getting like my local cows and chickens from local farm, you know, like I feel like, and there's just nowhere I'm gonna find local salmon, and that's fine with me because I don't, sounds expensive. I mean, it's not really that much more expensive, to be honest. Like, we have a local butcher and it's really not that bad. So I just need to actually go to my local butcher. It's time for my housewife arc. But the only person I'm married to is myself, and Shiori, and Kiara, and Liz, and Ollie, and Ray. Anyway. That's beside the point, but yeah, suddenly it's just, you know, maybe that's what made me sick, because I was watching that on the flight that I got really fucking sick on. So I think we might be able to blame the imagery of the sick looking fish on being the reason why I am deathly ill now. Yeah. Damn you, Kate Winslet. How could you? But yeah. So I had a really good time in Italy. This trip was actually planned around the same time we planned the trip to the Maldives. We were going for an event, and I had the ability to take someone with me, and I was like, you know, we were going to Venice. And I was like, I think that I don't have any friends at that point who could probably afford to go to Venice. And I was like, it probably is best to ask someone who already lives in Europe. And me and Chiara were getting quite close at the time. And I was like, you know, this might be a good way to encourage my Oshi to hang out with me even more if I invite her to Venice to be my +1 and hang out. So we had a very good time. I was so happy when she said yes. I was very pleased. And we had a really good time together. Venice, I had never been anywhere like that before. Oh my god. It was so insane. Like, is all I can say. Like, I genuinely... Like, I've been to beautiful places, right? But this is the only place I've ever been where it felt the whole time like I was on a movie set. Like, it genuinely didn't feel like I was in a real place that like existed, that like people live in. Yeah, it was magical. Like, it was just so beautiful. Like, looking up, like we had like a rooftop view at one point, because we're like up, and I just like looked out at the buildings and like the roofs. I don't know why, but like they touched my heart. In like me who like loves like art and stuff, they like, it like touched my soul when I looked at it. I was like, holy shit, that's so gorgeous. Should I go there for a vacation? I think Venice is gonna be sunk in about 100 years, so I think if you have the means to go to Venice, I think it's a place you should visit once. I will say right now, do I think I would go back to Venice? No. I think I would go back. I think I really want to go to like Rome someday, and like Athens, but like with my family, because I know that they'll really enjoy that too. Yeah, it's like the Maldives too. I had fun in the Maldives and it was a really good time, but I mostly had fun because I was with Chiara. I don't think I'd go back to the Maldives, but I'm really happy that I got to experience the Maldives, you know? Yeah, so I'd recommend it. Like it really was like this. Again, I felt like I was on a movie set, because like we're walking around, there's shops open, there's like people, and obviously they're just trying to get you to sit down and eat, but they're like trying to invite you to come like sit down, and like all the people are so nice, and yeah, it's just great. It was so great. Oh, it's so nice. Did you go with Kiara on a gondola? No, we didn't get to ride a gondola, but I'm okay with that, to be honest. I wasn't really crazy about the idea. We played on we rode a like water taxi a few times, but the gondolas, they were pretty. And but we only saw one time where there was a guy singing on a gondola, and I was like, that probably won't be my experience, and if it's not going to be, then I don't want it. I don't want to be on a gondola if my gondola driver is not singing to me. Singing me some beautiful Italian song, you know. Did you visit the famous landmarks? We visited, I don't remember. I think St. Mark's Basilica. I love big churches. I shouldn't go in them because I'm a demon, but I love going in big churches, man. We also went to like this like weird palace, and I say weird palace, but it was weird because there was so much freaking art. There was so much art. Like every room was like from the middle of the walls up and covering the whole ceiling was art. And it was crazy. It was crazy art. Yeah, the Doge's palace. And like I just sat in all these rooms and I was like, holy shit. Holy shit, man. People lived here. And then like they had like a dungeon area, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is this here? Who built this? What's going on? I'm dying. Anyways, that's beside the point. Did you eat pineapple on pizza? No. I didn't even ask. Because the thing is, I just prefer pepperoni and pineapple. It's my favorite. I'm that kind of person who, once I find out that I like something, I will still try new things, but that becomes like the one thing. Like, it doesn't matter what pizza place I eat at here, I will ask for pepperoni and pineapple pizza, because that's what I like. If I'm ordering for multiple people, then just pepperoni or cheese pizza is also fine. But generally speaking, pepperoni and pineapple, for me, is a way to go. That's just what I like, okay? And if you don't like it, that's fine. But it's not about you. It's about me. But I wasn't going to do that to an Italian, okay? I wasn't going to walk into an Italian establishment. They probably don't even have pineapples in the kitchen. Unsubscribe? Dude, go ahead, unsubscribe. I've said it since my debut. I've made clear that I am a pineapple apologist. You don't belong here if you don't like pineapple on pizza, or if you don't agree that we can respectfully disagree with each other. I'm already sick. I'm not here for your bullshit. Okay? Calm the fuck down. I'm sick. Get over yourself. It's not about you. But anyway, so the point is, I wasn't about to do that to an Italian. I wasn't gonna mess with them, because again, I'm like, they don't do that here. They aren't gonna have that in the kitchen. I'm not going to ask. I'm not gonna do that to an Italian person, you know? Generally I just got the margarita, but margarita in Italy is different than I think when I order a margarita here. When I order a margarita here, it's always like, it's got like little like Roma tomatoes that are like cut up, or like cherry tomatoes, and then it's got basil all over, and it's got like big like things of mozzarella, right? Like that's what I'm used to, at least when I say a margarita pizza. To me, that is what that means. But it's just a margarita pizza to me. It just was like a regular pizza, like with no toppings. It was like completely different, you know. So I was very confused. Yeah, it's just cheese pizza, and I was like, oh, I'm confused. I thought this was a margarita pizza. And I guess it is a margarita pizza, but I guess what I call a margarita pizza is not a margarita pizza. Scam? No, not a scam. It's just differences, you know. I liked it though. I really like stone cooked pizza, and we had a little bit of it. I had an embarrassing encounter though. For context, apart from going to Austria, I had never been to Italy, and I feel like the places that we went in Austria, we didn't like eat out like necessarily a lot. We did not eat out, but we didn't eat out a lot. So, or like at all really. We went to like a few places, but I don't really remember. But I offered to pay the bill to one of the places we went out to eat, and I didn't have any Italian currency on me. I didn't have any EU money. And I figured it would be similar where you could sign the amount that you wanted to tip. So I'm waiting, and he gives the check, and I put my card on it because that's what I do, and he just kind of stood there for like a few seconds. Like it was kind of like awkward. I don't know why, but he just kind of stood there, and then he took it, and then he went, and it came back, and it didn't have a place to tip. So then I said to Chiara, I was like, oh, so tipping, like, is that not a thing here? And she's like, oh no, it is. And I was like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, that's why he waited. Because usually you're supposed to be like, no, put it up this amount to account for the tip, apparently. And she was like, that's why he was waiting, and that's why it was kind of awkward, because he was waiting for you to say something, and you didn't. So it was kind of weird. And I was like, huh? And I was like, why didn't you say something to me? I was like, I didn't know that. I figured there'd be a place to sign for it, or like they'd bring it up, but he didn't say anything, and you didn't say anything. How was I supposed to know? Because yeah, generally everything I've heard is like tipping's not really a thing in Europe. Tipping's definitely not a thing in Japan. So yeah, I was a little embarrassed. I was really embarrassed actually, because I was trying to be cool. I was like, oh yeah, I'll pay for it, Chiara, no worries. And then I just embarrassed myself, apparently. So, yeah. We don't really tip unless it wasn't even a very fancy restaurant. It was just, I mean, it was a touristy place, but I wouldn't classify that as fancy. And tipping is 100% voluntary. I see. But yeah, so I was very embarrassed. And then, but then she didn't do it either. We went to a different restaurant, and she didn't offer to tip either. Because she paid for it then that time, and she didn't say anything. So I was really confused. I was like, wait a minute. Chiara. Yeah, so that was kind of a funny. I was like, I was embarrassed for nothing. I'm still embarrassed about it though. But yeah, she was gaslighting. Maybe she was. I honestly don't know. She was just messing with me. But yeah, so yeah, I gotta ask Laura and be like, should you tip? Were they expecting a tip because I'm a foreigner? Since you didn't do it, she figured why not? When in Rome, no! But yeah. It's always nice though being in a place where you don't have to tip, because let me tell you, that makes my life so much easier. I hate having to tip. I'd rather just like, don't get me wrong, like I like the act of tipping because it makes me feel good about myself, but like I wish, like if I get a really like mid or like bad service, I'm like, I don't understand why I'm tipping 20%. I don't know. Yeah, I would prefer for tipping not to be a thing though, and for like, yeah. Ugh. But yeah, because like I used to, I remember when I first started getting like, when I had my first job ever, I was so excited, and because I wanted to, I don't know. So I would whenever I go out to eat, I'd always leave like a like overly generous tip because I didn't have a bank card, so I only had cash. So I just leave like way too much money and be like, it's fine, you can keep the change, it's for the tip. And I felt like it made me feel good to make someone stay. But now that I'm older and spending money recklessly doesn't make me feel cool anymore, as it hasn't for a very long time, for context. Now I'm like, ugh. Like, if I get really, really good service, obviously I'm like, ah, yes, exceptional. Let me tip like 30%. That was so good. But like, again, I'm like, yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be a requirement. It is my only issue. I don't mind tipping sometimes, but I wish it wasn't because like, I got it at first at sit-down restaurants, but now it's gotten to the point where I can go to a coffee place and they will turn it around, or like I can go to like Subway or a coffee place and they'll turn it around and be like, how much do you want to tip? Or like I'll just like go to a store where I'm like buying something and they're literally just like handing it to me and they're like, how much do you want to tip? And like, you know how stupid I feel like looking them in the eye and like hitting the no tip button, being like, no, I'm not, this is not a like sit down service. Why would I leave a tip? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, like at least it's not mandatory, but I'm just like, why is this even an option? Because I remember at least when I worked fast food, we weren't allowed to take tips. We were not allowed to take any tips. If we got caught taking tips, we could get in trouble. They were very open about it. Oh, when the Mume, when the lowest option on the tablet is 20, literally, when it's like 20 and it's like good, and then it's like 30, exceptional, and I'm like, no, 20 should be the exceptional max. I don't want to pay more than 20%. Hi, Mume. I love you. Oh, hi. How are you? I'm sick. 20% is minimum. Yeah, a lot of places, they don't want you to tip less than 20%. Feel better soon? Thank you, Mume. I'd feel better if you were here taking care of me. Won't you come and tuck me in and take my temperature and make me soup, please? But yeah. Sorry, anyways, I don't know how I got on this tangent. Point is, Venice was fantastic. It was just such a beautiful experience, and I mean, honestly, in a lot of ways, like, obviously I was there for something specific, but at the same time, I wanted to thank you guys in a way, because if I hadn't have been where I am now, that is something, if I'm completely honest, I probably would not have gotten to experience. So I'm really grateful for you guys, because I wouldn't have had the time. I wouldn't have had probably even the money for the plane ticket that I needed to get there. So really, I'm very thankful, because I wouldn't have been able to have that opportunity to do that if not for you guys liking me and watching my stuff and listening to my music and buying my merch and stuff. So thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I had a really good time. I missed you guys a lot, because honestly, I had a good time in Venice, but all I wanted to do was be home, like doing the things that like I needed to do. I was like, I need to record, I want to stream, I feel bad, I want to go home. And don't get me wrong, obviously, like, again, I still enjoyed myself. It's not like I was like overly consumed or like anxious, but like it's rather just like I wanted to be working, which was such a funny feeling when you're on this like really beautiful vacation. But yeah, I'm glad to once this week is over, or once GTA week is over, I'm trying to play every other day. I'm trying to record every other day. I'm trying to record. I'm trying to play GTA every other day just because it's really killing me. Right now, because I have to wake up early And yeah, and Korone, I'm pretty sure she and Mio and Kanata scammed me. I didn't experience any pickpocketers in Venice, but you know where I got robbed? Halo Santos. That was crazy. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that. So this is my accusation against my senpai. You scammed me, meaning you scammed Subaru out of money, and you will not get away with this. It's not a scam, it's senpai tax. The only senpai tax I have to pay is being as cute as I am. And I do that successfully every single day. But yeah. I've been trying to relax today. And oh, also I saw someone earlier ask for vacation pictures. I took a lot, but I think I'm going to keep them to myself because they're my special memories. I think if I was going for the purpose of work and like taking them, because I just kind of like took them like really quickly. Like I wasn't really like working on like taking good pictures, so I didn't really take anything that I'm like, oh yeah, this would be really good to share. It was more so like, oh, maybe when I'm like on a trip, I'm a bit weird about it. The way that like I take pictures. So I'll like see like a weird alleyway that like intrigues me, and I'll take a picture of that. Instead of like taking a picture of the thing that you might think to take a picture of. Which isn't to say that I didn't take a picture of any of the things that you need to take a picture of, but I don't know. I just like to I like to take a picture of the things that like catch my interest and intrigue me and make me think. And sometimes that is just like the most random things that, you know. So weird alleyways filled with assassins. No. But yeah, so yeah, it's the small things for me that I think make things really interesting. So that's mostly what I was focused on taking pictures of, apart from like the 2 buildings that we went into. But I think Yara already shared some of those, so I don't mean to be repetitive with them, because her pictures were much better than mine. My camera's always telling me, it's like, please clean the lens, and I'm like, my lens is clean. I don't know what else you want me to do. Yeah. But yeah, my point is, I had a beautiful time. But yeah, today I woke up. I'll give you a rundown of my day. I woke up, and kind of yesterday too, I was craving donuts so terribly. I was fiending for a donut. I was so badly fiending for a donut. So I decided to go to the store, but at this point yesterday, it was really late, and all of the fresh donuts, or it wasn't even really late. It was like maybe 5 or 6 p.m. But usually they still have donuts, you know, until like close, but all the good donuts were gone. I just wanted a glazed donut, or like, I usually like the white frosting with sprinkles on donuts. They didn't have any. They didn't have any. So I was pissed, mind you. I was so angry. I was like, where are my fucking donuts? And I wouldn't have cared if it was stale. You guys gotta understand, I'm sick. I don't feel good. Okay? I just wanted a donut to bring me a little bit of happiness. So I had to buy one of the ones in like the packages, but they weren't very good. But I ran into one of my childhood friends, and she's like, oh my god, Nerissa, how you doing? And I was like, oh my god, I haven't seen you for so long. And she's like, oh my god, yeah. And then we chatted for a little bit. It's always nice when you run into a friend at the grocery store. So yeah, we had a nice little chat, and then I continued. I bought some berries too. Oh, the other context is I also had my mom with me, but I was like, Mom, you wait in the car. I'll leave the AC on for you. You can stay in the car. I'll run in. I'll be real quick. So I got a case of donuts, and then I got some for my grandma's, and then I got watermelon, and then I got strawberries, and I think that's all I got. But then today my brother needed to go because my dad was like, hey, we need some rotini. Except my dad's not Italian, but he was like, we need rotini. I need you, Malphus, a second. I need you to go to the store and get some rotini. And I was like, oh, can I hop along with you? I want to see if they have donuts today because it is much earlier. So we hopped in the car, we went to the store, and we picked up some rotini. And they did have fresh donuts, so I just got one of like the big cases of like the mixed ones. So I was like, that way my whole family can have some donuts, you know? Everyone can have their preference because there's so many. And then I remembered one of my favorite things to eat when my voice hurts is Lay's chips. I don't know why. Everyone has their own things that they like to eat before they sing or perform. But like for me, Lay's, they really like oil up my throat and help keep it from feeling dry. But obviously I can't eat too many of them. So I picked up some just to like help with my throat dryness. Just a regular one. Really? What flavor? Just a regular. Just to complete the most basic of the basic. They're just so oily. They're so oily. Which is perfect. Because it coats my throat and then it makes... It's oily. And then my throat is covered in oil, so it can't dry out as fast. So I had eight Lay's chips today. And 2 donuts. And then I had some strawberries. And then I had some mac and cheese with brisket that my dad made. That's what he needed the rotini for. Yeah. Sorry, my throat is sore. I'm talking too much. I'm having too good of a time talking to you guys because I missed you. Yeah, brisket. My dad really likes to cook meat. He used to be known as the meat man because he would go out to like events and stuff and like cook meat for all the people there. So yeah, he had some smoked brisket and baby girl, hi Kiara. Hello Wawa. But yeah, he threw it in. So he made like mac and cheese. He made like this Alfredo cheese sauce. And then he put it in with the rotini, and then he put in barbecue sauce, and then he put in the brisket. And admittedly, I just don't like barbecue sauce. So the moment he put that in, I was like, Daddy, you're ruining it. Daddy, you're ruining it. And he was like, no, it's gonna be so good because of flavors. And I was like, Dad, the thing you're talking about, they have to sit and permeate overnight for the thing you're talking about. It's not gonna do it in the 5 seconds it's gonna take for me to put it on my plate. It's like he hates me. Why does your sick voice remind me of it? Because you have a bit of nasal. I'm not good at imitating your voice right now, especially, but you have a little bit of a nasally tone, and because I'm congested, I sound more nasally than usual. So that's probably why. Ha 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 ha. But you are much cuter than me right now. Even in my sickness, I cannot reach your max cuteness. I love you. Come to bed. I will soon, actually, whenever the stream's over. I'm dying. Sorry. Guys, no need to compare. I'm the only one who's allowed to compare cuteness, okay? Yeah, Miss Takanashi Kiara, why are you still awake? You should head to bed yourself. It's quite late where you are. Yeah, you're literally. I am dying. My throat's not doing so hot. Drink your meds, Nerissa. I've been taking like Theraflu for my congestion and stuff, but today I decided to treat myself. So, after all those things that I already ate today, I finished off the pack of strawberries, and then I decided, I've been really into noodles and company lately. I don't know why. I just looked and I found out that they have zoodles, or like zucchini noodles, and I like lost my mind because I was like, you know, that sounds so good. I could fuck up some zucchini noodles. So they have like a Korean like noodle bowl, but you can switch out the noodles for zucchini noodles. So I did that, and the first time I did it, because I had gotten the normal one before, but then I got the zucchini noodle one, and I was like, oh my god, they snuck in regular noodles in this. And I was like, oh no, that's just the zoodle. And I was like, oh hell yeah, I can't even really notice the difference. It's so good. The Korean, it's not like the noodle isn't Korean, but like the dish itself is inspired by like Korean flavors. So it's got like kind of like Korean barbecue-esque flavor to it. You know, so it's got like chopped beef that's like flavored with kind of Korean flavors, and then I don't know how to describe it. I'm sorry. Gochujang, it's not really, it does have spice to it. It probably does have something like gochujang in it. I can't imagine. I'm so sorry, Moonline Lee. I'm so sorry for my Korean. Wait, let me pull it up. Noodles and company. Let me look it up. I'll read to you what's in it so you can imagine it. Oh my god, this is not the correct place. This is not what I meant to do. Oh my god. Oh my god, my life is over. Okay, wait. What's happening? Okay, okay. Okay, wait. Okay, so it's called spicy Korean steak noodles. And it's lo mein noodles tossed with a sweet and spicy Korean-style gochujang barbecue sauce, marinated steak, spinach, napa, and red cabbage, topped with cucumber, green onions, and cilantro. So, it's delicious. It's really, really good, okay? It's really yummy. Like Korean-style Korean barbecue sauce. But yeah, the noodles are lo mein noodles, but I swap them out with the zoodles. So it's all of that except with zucchini noodles. So it's you immediately cut off like 300, 400 calories. It's so fucking based, and I like it better because I'm not really a big noodle fan, but you know what I love? Fucking zucchini. I love zucchini. I just love zucchini and cucumber. I know Laura doesn't like cucumber and she's scared of it or whatever, but I fucking love cucumber. And it has both zucchini and cucumber if I get the zoodles. So I'm like singing, ooh, heaven is a place on earth whenever I'm eating it. Because I'm like, holy fuck, this has like all my favorite things in it. It's got beef, it's got zucchini, it's got cucumber, it's got cilantro, it's got Korean barbecue flavoring. I'm like just living. How can you spell zucchini but not kumquat? Because I've eaten zucchini like my whole life. When have I ever had a kumquat? Never. I don't even know what that is. Still, I don't know what that is. I've still never seen one. I'm dying. Kumquat. Yeah, just the way that I would have spelt that would have been horrible, okay? And apparently juicy. Yeah, apparently it's pretty juicy. Please stop dying. Bro, I can't help it. I'm not trying to die. Oh, my neck hurts so. Sorry, I turn into such a baby when I'm sick. I'm like, oh, my body aches. Oh, my nose hurts from all this sniffling. Oh, my throat hurts. I'm dying. What's up, Kiwawa? Just some guy. Thank you very much for the Anga Supa. The universe is so unfair. You blow up the whole earth with your voice one time and suddenly it decides to nerf you. Who hasn't blown up a planet in hologram, right? Yeah, everyone obviously does. It's a miracle I didn't get sick in the past 2 months traveling. Normally I get super sick, so you feeling sick feels like you covered for me. You know, if I'm covering for a beautiful woman by getting sick and stealing the sickness from you, by all means, I will take this sickness. But I would just like it to go away soon because I really need to do my work. And I can't do my work right now the way that I am. But yeah, what did you guys think of the hologram, by the way? I think this is the first time we get to like talk about it. I saw some people asking if I scripted it, but like I didn't. I didn't. They just sent it to me and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. You guys just came up with this and I didn't even have to ask for any of it? That's insane. It was so good. It was so wonderful. So, yeah, I broke money, apparently. It was just so funny. I loved it. Me and Kiara watched it together when it came out, or a little after it came out. So it was nice because we were just chilling in bed and I was like, ah, it's my first time. It's my first time in Hologura. Was the burger that you ate Culver? I don't know. I was surprised to see that. I was like, y'all know about the burger, like my obsession with fucking burgers? Do you just think that I like burgers, or do they know specifically that I'm obsessed with Culvers? But oh no. One sec. I have to say though, as many pointed out, they missed a critical thing, which is they didn't remove the top bun. So it was a very good job. I rate them 10 out of 10, but I take 1 point off for accuracy. I'm gonna steam my voice. You guys are gonna listen, okay? I'm gonna pull out my vocal mister. Steam Risa. I'm gonna like, you're probably gonna be able to hear it, so don't mind it too much. Ugh. Just gotta put my distilled water into my mister, put on the cap, and hope it doesn't die because I lost the charger for it. You probably, maybe you can't hear it, but that's for the better. But you can probably hear that I'm talking fucking weird. My brother walked in when I was using this early and he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, look, you don't understand. I have to. It's like a, it helps with like to clear my sinuses a little bit. Because it's like a saline solution, I think. I'm not really sure. But it's supposed to help. But it's hard to breathe with this thing on. Risa, don't leave us. I'm sorry, jailbirds. But this is the end. It's over for me. Because voice changer? No, could we? Do I have one set? I don't know. I can't hear myself right now. I'd have to wait, give me 1 sec. I'll put my headphones on. Maybe we can do something funny with this. Okay, get over here. Let me turn on my routing. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, that's not correct. What about this one? No. This one? No, that's just reverb. This one I have marked as a low voice. Can I make it worse? What about this? Hello, jailbirds. I am your father. How is it? Do I sound sexy? Hello, this is
Nerissa Ravencroft, male version of Nerissa Ravencroft. It sounds horrible. I don't know. It doesn't sound real. I could make it lower. Hello. Hello. Hi. My name is Nerissa Ravencroft. As you can see, I am an Ikemen, and I'm totally not using a vocal mister right now. Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah, it's like, this is...
Is that what you wanted? Is that what you wanted, jailbirds? Don't whisper. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm falling in love all over again. I'm so
happy to hear that, Kira. That's exactly what I wanted you to say.
Anyway, you should go to bed. Yeah. It's much better than I thought. I'm glad. Say I want to play a game.
I want to play a game. And I want you to be the player.
I don't know. I've never seen those movies. Actually accurate, is it? I see. Ditto, but it sounded like it. I see you. You haven't heard it either. Wait, how can you say it sounds like it? Yeah. Tell me who Kira is, Elrisa.
And now I'll take a potato chip and eat it. Crack.
My favorite line from all of Death Note. Dude, I had the biggest fucking crush on Misa. She was so hot. It's like not fair that she was so sexy. I just don't get it. But like, I also had a crush on Elle, so what does that say about me? Yeah, oh my god, real voice exposed. Except you can clearly tell with it on that it's a...
Really, it doesn't sound like a real voice. It sounds like it's vocally modified by an effect, which is exactly what's happening. Which is exactly what's happening with my going solar. But if I whisper like this, it's less noticeable. But you can still tell, because it sounds weird. But to be honest, if I talk like this, I sort of sound like my brother. This is totally what he sounds like. Except like maybe, wait. Hello? Yeah, somewhere. Hello, this is Malphus. A second. It's not totally accurate, but it doesn't matter.
I just want my sickness to go away, though. Corruption. God, and Reco was so fun. I really want the next one to happen now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting super off topic. Today I decided I treat myself because apart from steaming my voice slots and trying to just like be normal or something, I've just been like, I just haven't had much to do because the things I need to do, I physically am unable to. So, because like I'm not supposed to be talking too much. I'm supposed to be sleeping. I'm supposed to be relaxing and getting better. So I've just kind of been living. But today, I went out. I ate foods that I liked. And then after that, I decided to slug my face. So, I have eye patches that are like, they have like hydraulic acid or whatever in it. And then I have like face masks that I got when I was in Japan, Fuomoko recommended. So I did both of those at the same time, and I left it on for like an hour just because I was like, I'm not doing anything else today. So I left it out until it dried out most of the way, and then I took it off, and then I sealed everything in with my moisturizer. And then after that, I got my favorite slugging thing, Vaseline. and I rubbed it under sensitive places like the under eye area, because as you can see I had the aegis, so I gotta make sure it stays cute for a long time to come. Slugs, not literal slugs. Yeah, that petroleum jelly. So now my face is very soft and smooth, and I'm gonna be cute for a long time. You hear that? That's my skin. Yeah. I'm glistening. I'm beautiful. Awkward mic breathing with my fucking ventilator. So I can get some stuff into my lungs to help get me better faster. Anyways. It makes me sleepy though doing this. But yeah, so then I bought new bedding. I generally I'm just chilling, you know how it is. I'm chilling, I'm living life. I'm trying to get better soon. I'm really hoping that in the next few days I'll be good. I'll be good to go. So that is the ultimate desire here. Is that soon I'm much better. You know? Yeah. So fingers crossed. I just want to be able to record all my stuff soon that I have to work on. So yeah. We're cheering you on. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have you been watching GTA? A little bit, but I'm going to be honest. I just don't wake up that early. And because I can't do a lot of work things, I've been trying to not spend too much time on my computer because it makes me really stressed out because I think about all the things I definitely need to be doing. And then I'm like, oh, but I can't do those things right now. And then I get stressed because I want to be doing those things. And then I'm like dying because I'm like, I can't do the things that I need to do. So like, obviously I'm on my stream, but generally, you know what I mean. Don't get burnt out. I'm not getting burnt out. Oh, it's done. Okay. I've done my cycle of steaming, which means I can take it off and let it dry. Shake out the excess water. Blah, 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 blah. I made a mistake that could have killed me with this thing. For some reason, I had remembered reading in the cleaning instructions that I wasn't supposed to put anything in it except vinegar. And I hadn't used this in kind of a long time because I haven't been sick in a long time. Like, or at least not in like this way. So, I had been putting vinegar in it to sanitize it. But you're not supposed to put like regular water, so I couldn't like rinse it after. Like, it's literally just do not put anything in it. You do not need to clean it because of the what's going in it is like a saline solution. Apparently, I don't know. This is what the directions are telling me. So I'm literally doing what the pamphlet is telling me to do. So it's like you do not need to put anything in it to clean it. Just let it dry out and then put the cap back on and leave it sealed, basically. So... But again, I was stupid and I had been putting vinegar in it. And the issue is then it makes the saline solution smell like vinegar. And obviously you're directly shooting whatever you're doing into your lungs. And again, this is why I reread the instructions, because I was like, I can really smell this vinegar through it, even though I gave it ample time to dry. And apparently you are not supposed to breathe in vinegar gas. So I'm fine, obviously. You coated your lungs with a layer of vinegar? Yeah, maybe. I'm fine though. It was a few days ago now, so obviously I'm fine. I'd be dead by now. What are you doing? Nothing now. Now it's just saline. So now I'm following the directions to a T, okay? Yeah, but it's gonna be fine. It happened one time and I felt fine. If I was doing it multiple times, I probably would not be fine. And honestly, once I realized that I could really smell and feel the vinegar, I just took it off and let it finish its cycle, not on me. So, it's not gonna guys, it's not gonna build up in my lungs. It's fine. Nerissa's gonna come back with pickled lungs. Can you add dill and garlic? No. You know, don't worry, I read and it was just like, generally, like, if it's like too much, obviously it can be bad. But generally the reason it seems to be bad is because you're suffocating yourself on accident because you're not breathing oxygen, but also because it's an acid and it will inflame your lungs. It's not gonna like coat it and like kill you. Like, you guys need to chill out. What if you inhale some baking soda and become a volcano? What's wrong with you guys? You guys are something else. You guys are something else. You want me to be pickled? You want me to become a pickle? And then you want me to become a volcano? Chat reflects that you've got a point. Maybe this is what I manifested. But I'm still happy because at least you guys are as weird as me. Explains, I was sick before this. Excuse me? Again, I felt fine. If I had felt not fine, then I would have gone to the doctor. But generally, it did not do any harm to me. So you do not, I'm telling you it because it's funny, not so you guys can make fun of me and call me stupid. Again, I read the directions before, but it was a long time ago, and I misremembered them, which is my fault. But it ended up fine. If it wouldn't have been fine, I would have been in the hospital. And then you wouldn't get to talk to me at all. My throat. It's in pain. You can't stream from a hospital bed? No, because my computer setup won't be there. But yeah, so I'm glad to be back and relaxing and chilling and now properly using my mister. That is the most best part because it does help a lot. Admittedly, though, I'm probably overusing it because it does help. Because I think it's like my third time doing it today. But it's just saline solution, so it's fine. And the mask has holes in it, so it's not like I'm ever not breathing oxygen. I'm never not breathing oxygen. There's Twitter space. I guess if I'm in the hospital, you can expect me, hey, what's up, gamers? This is Nerissa Ravencroft, and I'm in the hospital. Would you want that though? I don't think so. I think that might be a bit much. Yes, you guys are strange. I'll accept it though. It's your girl. Me, the first thing I say, I lived, bitch. I'm in the hospital. You might be worried that it's something serious, but do not be afraid. It is simply because I'm getting my blood drawn. My doctor, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can you please turn that off? I'm trying to take your blood. Can you just Yeah. Generally, I have good health. The only time I was like really extendedly in the hospital that I can remember is when I had to do my back surgery. Oh, I have to say I impressed Miss Takanashi Kiara. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I feel like a lot of people vastly overestimate, or rather underestimate, my flexibility. Because they're like, oh, your back is fused in some places. But generally, people don't know until I tell them, you know, that is a thing. I've always had like good flexibility though. Like I can touch my hair, I can touch my toes, for example, and it's not a problem. But I wanted to take a panorama shot, and I decided to take it from my feet, and I wanted to get the exit door behind me. So I had to bend all the way backwards, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't think you would be able to do that." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm pretty flexible. I'm pretty flexible." It's so funny though to me, because it's like, oh, people are like, oh, you probably can't like do so. And I'm like, you wouldn't notice unless I told you, or you were looking directly at my scar. So it's very funny to me. The rod's not flexible. The rod is a metal rod. It doesn't bend. It's just not as deep as everyone thinks it is. Has she seen the scar? I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure I've been like, me and Kiara went to Onsen together, so she's seen my full frontal as well. I'm sure she was staring at my scar because it's there if I was walking away from her. So, I'm jealous. And why don't we go to an onsen together? There's no need to be jealous. It's just being naked together. It's not that big of a deal. I love to be naked with all my female friends, for example. Because onsen is my favorite thing. So whenever, especially if I'm in a place that has it, I'm like, can we go to onsen? I think it's a good bonding experience, generally speaking. So it's good for your relationship to go to onsen together and sweat in the sweat rooms together and sit naked in the bathtubs together. It was good with Callie too. Like when we accidentally went into that cold bath, and I don't remember if I ever talked about that, but so I guess I will tell it now. We were in this onsen, and I've been to Jinsabang before and other onsen, and as well as American spas that are kind of like generally similar, and they always have a cold bath. And when I say a cold bath, I mean like one you can like get into, like that you're 100% intended to get into, like no question. That is the case. I literally also had already gone to an onsen this same trip where there was a cold bath that you were meant to go into, like, and like sit in, and there was multiple people sitting in it, but they're all built differently. And I've been to one too where it had a really small one because not a lot of people use the cold pool, so you don't need to have a lot of space, but it was used for people to get into. Okay, so obviously Callie has also had this experience because she likes to go into the cold baths because it's good to do after a sauna. So we were at this onsen, and it has a variety of pools, and it has one that's, again, it's big enough for about 2 people, which to me did not look odd at all. And on this one, at least, I didn't notice a sign. In the second bath we went to, I think there was a sign by it, but none of them said don't get in. Like there was no sign saying like do not enter. So me and Callie, again, who are the experienced onseners, and again, I very much love onsen, so I'm quite decently well read on them, had got into it and didn't notice until we were with Fuamoko, and the pools had actually switched. Then there was a sign on the other one that was like, please, it didn't say don't enter, but it said please use this to like pour the water on yourself, basically. And then that's when it occurred to us, you know, this probably is not meant to be gotten to. Yeah, both Bibu and Shiori were there. It was me, Biju, Shiori, and Callie who all got into it, and then we were talking about it with Fuamoko the next day when we all went to the onsen. So But yeah, so you can't, I saw some people being like, ah, stupid Americans, but like, that's really not the situation here. Because generally speaking, again, there's quite literally usually always a cold pool that you are meant to get into. So you can be annoying all you'd like, but you are also factually just clearly not experienced with onsen either. Yeah, mistakes happen in foreign countries, and again, generally speaking, that is usually a thing. So it's a mistake that makes sense to happen. So it's a cute story. It's a cute story. We made a cute little mistake that was an easy mistake to make, since again, most onsens do have a cold bath. And it was funny. It was a funny thing to laugh about. Yeah, it ain't that deep. Yeah, lesson learned. Now I will probably usually ask. And be like, ah, chotto sumimasen kono. And just be like, just to make sure. But yeah, it's a funny memory because the pool was so small. Me and Callie were up very close and personal in the water together. And to me, that was an irreplaceable memory because I was like, damn, we're seeing each other naked for the first time, and now we are also our bodies are touching just slightly, and like I feel so embarrassed right now, but I guess this is bonding, you know? I'm in an onsen cuddled up next to the Morikalaepi. I'm making it sound a lot weirder than it was, but basically because there was literally just enough space for 2 people, but we couldn't like spread out. Like we had to be like in the fetal position, basically, like legs up to our chest and like super condensed in, and even then like our hips were touching. So it was a lot of fun. Of course, yeah, of course I said it like that. I have no capability to explain anything in a normal way. It's my own fault. It's my own fault. I'm just a little silly. I'm just a little silly, I guess. But yeah, it was a really fun time. Oh, my neck hurts. But yeah, so I've got a lot of fun memories from traveling. Somehow I feel like I still haven't even really gotten to, I feel like I have not really gotten to talk about being in Japan much at all yet. I don't know if that's incorrect and I'm just like, because I've been all over the place and I'm just forgetting, but I feel like I haven't really had the opportunity to talk about my time in Japan much. Not really. Yeah, really? Tell us more. What did I do in Japan? I don't really remember. I had a lot of fun. I ate at a lot of good places. You guys know me. God, all I think about is women and food. It's and musicals. That's like my 3 obsessions. Did you do karaoke? No, you guys have probably noticed from the fact that I don't really do karaoke streams, but I actually, like, as you can probably imagine, I get kind of nervous about, like, just having to, like, sing on the spot, like, unexpectedly. Not even just unexpectedly, but, like, just, like, picking a song out of nowhere and just, like, singing it. Because, I don't know, I guess, for me, I'm just like, ugh. And, like, in Japan, I mean, you guys have even seen, generally, I only do, like, English language, unarchived karaoke. Because I don't really know a lot of Japanese songs. I'm gonna be real. I don't know a lot of them. So I was very scared to go into a karaoke and then have basically only or mostly Japanese songs as the option, or probably songs that I might not know. Like, if you would have told me that the karaoke place had like all the Smiths stuff, I would have been there so fast, to be honest. But then I feel like at karaoke too, one of the issues is you have to also be considerate of all the people you go with. Like, I can't just sing the Smiths in a karaoke with like Bijou and Shiori and like Callie or Kiara or like any, you know, Fuomoko, like, because they would probably be sitting there and be like, ah, please stop, you know, like, you know, they probably would get like annoyed, probably not annoyed, but they probably would get like, why is she only doing these songs? They're all depressing, you know, like you kind of have to consider your audience. And I just don't want to do that to people. All the songs I like also, like, I've never been to a karaoke place in Japan, but every time I've been to one like here, they don't have like the ability to pitch the songs, so you just kind of have to sing it where it's at. And that's hellish, by the way. It's like the worst thing ever, because I'm like, I want to sing like Panic at the Disco or like Fall Out Boy songs, and I can't hit the notes. It's just too low. So it's like, I don't know, karaoke just isn't necessarily something I particularly get excited about. I wasn't too interested in it. We didn't end up doing it, or at least no one ended up doing it with me. But we did end up going out to eat a lot, and I loved that. I loved going out to eat. We kept going to like those, like, I don't know what they're called, but they're like sit down like course places. And honestly, I feel like I realized I definitely 100% prefer not those. If I'm gonna go somewhere, I definitely prefer being able to pick what I'm eating instead of having like a set meal. Because like, we went to like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It was phenomenal food. But we went to like a place that had set omakase. I don't think it was necessarily, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. Probably. But I don't know. Went to like this shabu shabu place, and they had, I went there for shabu shabu. You know, I was going there expecting to eat shabu shabu. We got a ton of little tiny side dishes, and then 3 slices of meat, or rather 6 in total. And I was just sitting there and I was like, where's the shabu shabu? Where's the shabu shabu? Where's what's going in the pot? I like this little tofu thing, but I was kind of expecting like a variety of meats, like in different cuts, to, you know, put in the shabu shabu pot for the shabu shabu course meal. Where is the shabu shabu? Or like, I feel that way too, like when we go to like a, they have that too, but they have it for yakiniku. I feel like the actual meat they give you is like very little, but they give you a ton of like side dishes that I don't care about. And I'm like, why did I come to a yakiniku place for a course meal? And then you're bringing out like all these random things, and then I get like 5 slices of meat. Like, what is this? I don't want 5 slices of meat. I need my protein. That's how I'm gonna keep healthy. I need protein. I didn't want the side dishes. I wanted the meat. Yeah, I'm gonna need, like, look, I'm so bad because if I go somewhere, I can pretty much just eat a lot of meat. Pretty much nonstop. It's bad. Couldn't you just order more meat? No, because with those set places, like usually, in Japan too, it's different. Like, a lot of times if you're like, oh, could I do this instead? They're like, oh, no. And they kind of like, it's just not really a thing there. Like, I remember one time I asked, I was like, hey, you have this very similar thing. I was getting, what's it called? Gopchang. I was getting gopchang, and they have this place called Gopchang Story in Japan, and they had gopchang that was flavored, but it came with like melted cheese, like fondue. And I was like, I want this, but I don't want the flavored gopchang. I just want the regular gopchang. I don't want it to be flavored. But I still want the cheese. Is that possible? And she stood and she stared and like looked very nervous for like 30 seconds while thinking about it. And she's like, we can't do that. So I was like, okay, I'll just get the flavored one then, I guess, because I want the cheese. But they just generally like they don't do that. And since we got a set course, and so we're there for a limited amount of time, basically the set course goes over this specific amount of time that they'll bring out all the food. So by the time that I realized I'm not getting as much meat as I was hoping, we kind of have to leave because our time is up, you know? So, yeah. 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 That's how it is. Yukaku is a place. I like yukaku, but I wouldn't eat yukaku in Japan. Eating on a timer. I mean, generally, like, because they need to, like, get people in and out. Because obviously there's people waiting and they need to know when tables are going to be over. Usually there's, like, a 90-minute limit. A 90-minute to 2-hour limit. And, I mean, that's a thing in America, too. Especially if you go to, like, all-you-can-eat places. So, yeah. One place I regret never going was Yoshinoya, but the place where I remember I told you guys about the beef bowl I got that had hair in its food. That had like hair in the food I ordered. It was like, it was one of the equivalent places to Yoshinoya, so now I'm like scared of them. I'm sure it's really good. I'm sure it's really good, but I'm like scared. But it wasn't, I'm not going to say what place because I don't think I did before and I don't want to because I'm sure that it's a very lovely chain restaurant and that was just an offshoot. And I would love to try again next time I go there, but yeah, it happens. Nerissa hair merch, next idea. Dude, that'd be so funny. Have a strand of my hair. Do you want a strand of Nerissa Ravencroft's hair in a locket? Here you go. The hairs were carefully extracted from my hairbrushes, from my shower, and from my head after we ran out of those. Cloning purposes. Please don't clone me. Excuse me? Bye, 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 bye. I'm glad some of you would like that idea. I would never do that to you, though. You're going to be bald. Hey, the human hair, I have, like, what? Over 100? Like, we have, like, so many hairs on our head. I could spare, like, what? How many of you would probably even buy that? Like, maybe, like, 1,000 at most? Would actually want to buy my hair locket? It'll be fine. I'll just lose, like, 1,000 pieces of hair and I'll still have all the other ones. She's gonna be bald. No. It'll grow back. Yeah, it'll grow back. You can have my hair. You can have a little bit of hair as a treat. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. You know, I lost so much hair in Japan just from like being outside and running my hands through my hair. I'm still waiting for the JP bros to come out and tell me if they found any of my hair in Japan. Did you find the Nerissa Ravencroft hair on the street and collect it yet? Did you find it? Your hair fell? I mean, yeah, hair falls out all the time. Good luck, JP bros. But yeah. Fuawa probably has all of them by now. You're right. I'm convinced. I think I told this story before. I'm convinced. Don't tell anyone, but I'm convinced Fuawa loves me. Like, I'm convinced that I am her favorite in the whole wide world, because I feel like me and Fuawa, we have a bond that is wordless that I can't describe. I don't even fully understand it, but I'm like obsessed with her. Obviously I love Mokoko too, but we're talking about Fuawa right now. So Fuawa and me, I think it's maybe because we're both blue and there's just something about her. And so whenever we're like together, and because obviously Advent is a lot of people. We've got 5, and usually if you're taking like a taxi or something, right, you can only have so many people in the taxi. There's usually not enough room for everyone, so you got to split up into 2 groups. So usually we would split up, and I would always there's one specific time where I just thought immediately, the first thing was, oh, I want to ride with Fuwawa. But I was like, oh, you know, I'll let them decide. I'll let them decide what they want to do. And Fuwawa said, I'll go with Nerissa. And I was like, me. You want to go with me? And then I told her about it in the car, so we were laughing about it. She's like, oh, Nerissa, you're so funny. Yeah, it made me happy. Broke Mokoko's heart with that one. I can't break Mokoko's heart because fuzz pedal is a thing and it's real. Me and Mokoko, we have a different sort of bond. We have a different, my bond with everyone in Advent is so unique to that specific member that I genuinely cannot describe any of them. Like, Shiori understands me on like a weird molecular level. Bijou is like my daughter and little sister at the same time, and I'm like obsessed with her. Fuwawa is like my like love interest, and then Mokoko is like also like my little sister, but she's like my baby also. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I'm obsessed with all of them is the point. Molecular, yeah, literally. God, I really am dramatic, huh? She's like your wife. They're all like my wives. I'm married to all of Advent. I'm sick, so I can get away with saying this right now, but I'm married to all of Advent. But yeah, I love Advent. So, are we your love interest? Obviously. No, you're my pets, actually. Let's roll back for a second. I've clipped your wings so you cannot escape. I've locked you in the house after you tried desperately to get in for like a while. And now you're stuck here and you're stuck with me. I feed you and I let you sleep. I let you sleep on the ground and on the couches. You're a pet. We're clipped? Yeah, your wings are clipped so you can't fly. The last minute change, oi! Yeah. Sounds like a great deal. Exactly. You get free food, free place to sleep. You get to cuddle with me. You can't ask for anything more, jailbirds. You're a little bird after all. You're like Shadow. You're just a little guy. Bros, though, I've got to be honest. I'm so excited for the jailbird plushies. You guys have no idea how excited I am to get them. I don't know if I mentioned that I separately bought some for myself because I wanted extra. Because obviously I get like, I get some of the merch samples to like view and stuff. Eventually. But like generally, if you want more than one, you have to like either like ask or like you have to just get it. So I just bought some. So when you guys get it, I'm also eagerly awaiting my jailbirds. Please also, I wanna do lots of different jailbirds, so keep your eyes open. We miss Shadow. He's right there. Where my horn is pointing to. He's right there. He's never gone. He's never far off. But I can't have him on my shoulder on the screen or it creates an issue because he's back there. So if I have him on my shoulder, then suddenly there's 2 shadows. And then it creates, please tell her we're not pets. Shadow doesn't really, I mean, he speaks Raven, I guess. And I can sort of understand that since it's my mom's native language. But like, I just ignore him most of the time, you know? I'm just like, Kaka, calm down. Chill out. You're fine. We understand Shadow perfectly. What is he telling you? What is he telling you? Is Shadow your Raven husband? I mean, he thinks we're married. I think. Because Ravens, they mate for life. And he has decided that he likes me the best. But I don't think he's quite realized that I don't really like, I can't like, I can't, I guess I could probably turn into a bird if I really wanted to, but that would like involve me like channeling my magic. I don't like have like a bird form, you know what I mean? So I don't think he really like gets that, you know? He just doesn't get me. He just doesn't get me like you guys do. So he's just my buddy, and I keep him alive eternally with my demon magic so he can never die. Unless I die, then he'll start aging regularly. But generally, he can't age at this point. So, but he doesn't need to know that. Shadow, where the hell have you been, Loca? Hang on, we don't age? I mean, you guys do, but Shadow doesn't. I don't have that much magic to go around, sadly. Where's Shadow? He's back there, look! Here. Wait. This is gonna fuck everything up. But I'll do it anyway. Let me show you. See that guy there? See that little bird? See him? That's Shadow. He's chilling in the background. He's chilling. You see him? He's chilling. Leave him alone. He's relaxing. He's having a good time. You guys are like, where's Shadow? And he's like, he's just trying to eat his breakfast. Or dinner, I guess. Like, you guys just won't leave him alone. Like, I'm right here. Why are you so obsessed with my bird? There we go. He's guarding. No, you guys can have the jetpacks. The jetpacks, they don't need to be guarded by anyone. We are not. I am not Dauda. You are more than welcome to have your little jetpacks. Okay, I don't care. You guys can't fly because I clipped your wings. So if you must have jetpacks, I will allow it. Siege, thank you very much for the Akasupa. Feels like it's been a while since I've had my rest days while watching you live. I recently had a raise and I want to share some with my Oshi since you have been one of the reasons why I work hard and my motivation while working. Hope you feel better soon, Risa. Thank you so much, Siege. Thank you. You clipped our wings? How could you? Guys, this has been public knowledge, okay? It's too late. It's too late for you guys to act all surprised. You clipped our wings? You've been known. You've been known that this is a thing. I can't help it if you missed it, okay? That's not my fault. That's part of the rules. If you're my bird living in my house and you are my jailbird, I can't let you fly away. So yeah, clippa. Look, you have to do it too. Y'all ever had a pet parrot? You get a pet parrot, you have to do the same shit so they don't fly away. You gotta cut their wings so they can't fly away. They can fly like a little bit, but they're not gonna be able to fly off. Because they can't survive in the wild. You guys think you can survive in the wild? You guys think if I let you outside that door right now, that you would be fine? You think you'd be okay? You think, yeah, definitely not. Yes? No? I see no's. Those of you saying yes, you're overconfident. We have a symbiotic relationship now. You need me to survive because I've clipped your wings. But you also wouldn't survive if I let you outside. The hawks would have you within the hour. So you have to, yes, for like 5 minutes. Exactly, but that's a point. Only for 5 minutes? You're much safer staying in here with me, jailbirds. Wouldn't you be happier just staying in here with me? Why would you want to go anywhere else? You can be in here with me? So why? Why would you want to go somewhere else? Are you trying to get away from me? I don't like that. You're not supposed to go anywhere. Especially when I let you stay here. It's so thoughtful of me, isn't it? It's very mindful and very demure of me. But you want to go outside? You want to be able to fly away? Of course not. That's what I thought, jailbird. So stop trying to go somewhere else. I don't appreciate it when you try to go elsewhere. Especially when I'm so good to you. I do my best for you. I try to make sure you're nice and happy. I try to make sure you don't have any problems. I try to keep you happy and full and generally in a good mood. I'm doing my best. So you can't do this to me. Okay, jailbird? Please stop doing things that hurt my feelings. I don't appreciate it. Do you want to be like this jailbird here, jailbirds? Is that what you want? Do you want this to be you? Do you want to be like this jailbird? Do you realize how he is flattened? He's like a little pancake. He's not round anymore. He's flattened. Is this what you want to be like? Yeah, will you be good? Okay, honey, I'll stay forever. That's what I thought. This is what happened to the jailbird who tried to run away. So you better think it through. Third hand? No, there's no third hand. Ignore my arm under there. Yeah. I can't laugh right now, I'm sorry. I'm too sick. Nerissa, I think it's time for bed. Why are you trying to get rid of me, jailbird? What, are you gonna try to escape or something? I thought you said you didn't want to, but now you're trying to get me to go to bed? How strange of you. You need to sleep too? It's not too late, jailbird. You don't have to sleep yet, right? You can stay awake with me a little bit longer. I'm sick, so don't you want to stay up and take care of me? What do you mean you want to go to bed? When I need you right now, when I'm in a weakened state? You just want to leave and go to sleep? That's unbelievable of you. I can't believe you'd be so inconsiderate. I'm just joking, obviously. This is this is a misunderstanding, actually. My apologies. It was all a joke. It was all a joke. I didn't mean to spook you. We are just being lighthearted. It's a lighthearted. We are just playing around. We are just having a good time. So there's no need to worry. Sorry, it was feeling a little hot in here. I was just feeling I was feeling a little hot, so I thought I'd get a little more comfortable, shed my blanket, and you know, yeah. A change in strategy. Don't you guys want to stay here with me, jailbirds? Don't get rid of me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Oh! I don't want to announce the date just in case it doesn't happen. But, I also have this. It's gonna be a little while from now, but I talked to Fauna today. I was so happy. I missed her so much while I was gone. And we were talking because I told her, I was like, I would be so happy if we could do something else together. And she told me she would love to do something else with me. So I've convinced her to watch a musical with me. And when we've actually like got a for sure date and it's all good, I'll announce it and everything. But please look forward to a musical watch along with Fauna Senpai. I will be kindly asking everyone to make us ogre ears. Do with that information what you will, and you can guess what movie we might be watching from that information. Please make ogre ears for me and Fauna both. Thank you very much. That would be appreciated. Not Shrek the Musical. It's one of my favorites. I love the Shrek movies. Don't act like y'all don't like Shrek all of a sudden, okay? I'm not gonna tolerate y'all lying. Yeah, I bought the movie today because she said she was down, so I'm really excited. It'll happen at some point, so please draw ogre ears for me and Fauna. And like something like that. Thank you. But yeah, anyways. Sorry, I guess I probably should we're about at the 2-hour mark. So I should probably send you guys off to go not be stuck with me. And my I literally it's so rough because I was actually having a meeting last night for something with my manager, and I felt so bad because I was like, I'm mostly fine, but especially when I start to get tired, I'm like not all there. So anyways, I'm gonna raid you into GG because that sounds like fun, and I feel like I will also have fun being quiet and watching that stream. So we'll be back hopefully tomorrow morning for more GTA. So please do look forward to that. Right, GTA? When is the last day for GTA? Do you guys know? The 27th, I think. Yeah, okay. I think 2 more days. Yeah, it's got like 2 more days or something. So I'm not sure. But I'm gonna be playing tomorrow for sure in the morning at some point. So please look forward to it. But regardless, let's go see Gigi. So look forward to that tomorrow. And in the meantime, I will see you all next time. Oh! I wasn't ready yet. I didn't mean to click it yet. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready yet. I'm so sorry. But anyways, thank you guys for coming today and for sticking with me as I've been... I don't know what even happened in the stream. I'm gonna be honest. We just talked about shit, but I don't know. I was just glad to be able to catch up with you guys because I really missed you. So thank you guys for joining me. Have a good time with Gigi, and I'll see you all tomorrow for GTA. Bye, darlings.